All right, Duchess, our part-time Manchester United fan.
I'm not a Manchester United fan. I've said it. Real Madrid, White Angels. Like, I'm putting on white.
Okay,
There's no red
we
close to.
believe you. I mean, Manchester
I wanted to say
United
there's no red.
wears
I remember my nails are red. Oh, I'm
and
so sorry.
Manchester United even wear white as an away color too.
No,
So,
that one is not. It's not the real white.
all right. So Ruben Amorim has started. We're seeing a lot of training videos, positivity from the Manchester United camp. What are your thoughts on this early? These early feelings that Manchester United players are showing towards the new manager.
It's a normal thing. When a new coach comes in, there's this new aura, this new happiness. Everyone feels like it's a new start. I have what it takes to come into the starting 11, and you have to be happy. I think there's anything that happens in a football club is that whenever a new manager comes in, the bench is happy, not the starting 11. The bench is happy because maybe probably one of them might lose those whatever that is holding them would be let loose and they start. So it's good. We are seeing that happiness from the side. We saw about Marcus Rashford putting start training, even Casemiro. Firstly, it feels like there's a word we would use for it. Maybe someone trying to buy favor. Because come on, we finish a training as a footballer, that's not your problem. What we want to see is on Sunday when you play against Ipswich, can we see that performance, that training, and all of it? But it's good, a new feeling. Ruben Amorim, we've seen his success with Sporting, now with United. Can he replicate it? The good thing is that he's not starting with so much pressure. It's more of trying to calm everyone. He's not talking about success. It's more like let's get an identity, and which is the thing that United is missing. They don't have an identity as a football team, not a club, because as a club, they're a traditional side.
Okay, so what do you think Ruben Amorim needs to do in the short term to be able to craft an identity that people can see and recognize for Manchester United?
Firstly, he has to make use of the players he has, because that's the first thing you have to do. A coach is as good as his players. Also, players are as good as their coach as well. So the players he has, yes, they're not of the best quality. We saw what the side did against Manchester City when he was at Sporting, and we're like, can they replicate this certain level of energy? Even the formation that he plays, where he plays the 3-4-3 formation, can United really play it? But then he will start with the strengths. I think what he needs to do is play these players in the comfortable position, try them out. Don't be so rigid like Ten Hag, I would say, because Ten Hag made sure that there are some players that were just his regulars, whether they were good or not, you find a way to favor them. We could see that in the AFCON after Onana was out for Cameroon. He came, you had to make sure sometimes you let players know that you are disposable, not like it should be that way, but let them know that this seat is not just yours. There are other players in the team. So I think that's one thing he has done. And good thing for him, players will be back from injury, so it gives him more options. I just feel the best thing. Find a way to make a deal with the players you have, because even in January transfer window, United do not really have much money to spend. So those players should be enough, because those are players you'll be judged with. We will not care really how poor they are, because we expect you as a manager to make you the players that are in the club. You cannot chase everybody out. Managers cannot chase all the players out. That's the painful thing as a manager. It takes seasons for you to let go of your old players. So that's for Amorim. I'm sure he'll do well.
Okay, from what you know about Amorim, do you see him replicating the same style of football that he played at Sporting? Take note that Eric Ten Hag, one of his most famous comments is that he wanted to do things afresh at Manchester United instead of bringing in the same style that made him successful at Ajax. Do you think Amorim will continue with what he was doing at Sporting, or do you think he will take the same route with Manchester United?
Okay, firstly for Ten Hag, I think that one is lying about the whole thing, because he bought players that are linked with Ajax. So that means you wanted to do it, you had the chance to do it. So any excuse is given is based on his own part. For Amorim, I feel managers should take their time. You shouldn't be so much in a hurry to replicate what he did at Sporting, that same playing style, because every player has their unique qualities. You look at the striker, Victor Gyökeres, that's scoring. Like, Hoylund cannot do that. Hoylund does not even really have that space, I would say. Even the good positioning that you would see from Gyökeres or even in Holland. So he should just work with the strengths. Give it time. Look at the formation that works for him. Would it be a 4-3-3, something you usually see from Liverpool, and it works quite well from them? Will it be a 3-5-2? Which one? Because Maybe sometimes we'll see where Rashford plays as a nine. You want to pair Højlund with someone else. We want to see if he can pair together with Joshua Zesky, because Zesky has not really hit it since when he scored that goal against Arsenal. It's not really been that good for him. So my own is I want to of all things I want to see from Amorim is how would he use Anthony, because this is a player that we keep wondering, like, how is he really a Brazilian in all sense, without respect, without disrespect to him. But I want to see how he use him, because you can't let go of a player you bought of that amount, 80 million. You have to find a way to fix him, and it might work because we're seeing where like some players felt like they were all done and dusted, but managers come in and change it for them. So I think for him, don't be too quick to put your 3-4-3-4 formation. Just find a way, the one that works for United players, the one that work with their strength. And I don't think a three-man backline will work for Manchester United presently.
All right. So, which players do you think will feature a lot in under Amorim, and which players do you think will surprise the fans that we will not see as much as we expect to see under Amorim?
Okay, one player I'm sure would always feature has to be captain. Bruno Fernandes is number one. He's going to always be there. At the back line, I think Butcher will be there. Leandro Martinez. Lisandro Martinez is always going to be there. Matthias Delete, I think he's going to also get a start. The other man that came from Bayern, which is Nosra Mazraoui, he's going to also get a regular start. When it comes to the midfield, I already talked about Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro, I think he's experienced, and we've seen that bloom he also had when Ruud van Nistelrooy was in charge temporarily. He was quite good in that side. I don't think Eriksen will be getting constant start because of the intensity. Maybe he'll be coming in as a sub, which I think is one error that that's Ten Hag used to do most times, playing Ericsson too long. He might either use him in first half or use him second half because his legs are not as strong as, or maybe also his heart cannot carry so much as it is. For the forward line, I think also Rashford. Rashford should be it. Rashford is that player that United always wants every manager to find a way to squeeze him inside. Mostly because maybe they want him to also get back to the England call up. Rashford has not been invited for how long due to his poor form with the side. So Rashford will always get a call up. And the last but not the least has to be Hanacho. I think that guy is going to start. The fact that Amorim works with young talents, Hanacho is one of them, and he's so brilliant. We've said it on set that he's not supposed to get so much play time, but I don't think that will be any difference with him. And the last but not the least, Ahmad. Ahmad will be a regular for the man Amorim. But it might still not happen. But one player I'm always sure is Bruno Fernandes. He'll always start for that side.